What is going on, everybody? Justin here with Alpha Wash, and I wanted to show you today something that I started doing about 2 months ago that dramatically changed our business. It dramatically decreased my stress levels, and that's keeping up with all the responsibilities of a pressure washing business. As we grow this business, the responsibilities become more and more and more. And a lot of these responsibilities are something that's recurring, meaning that they have to be done over and over and over again. And I was having a problem keeping up with all my responsibilities and making sure that they got done consistently. And I'm sure that that's something that you guys have dealt with in the past. So I wanted to show y'all what I did to kind of combat this and help make my life a little easier, and hopefully it can make your life a little easier. So let me show y'all what I did here. So there's a couple different ways that you can go about keeping up with your responsibilities. We do it a few different ways. So one is we've got all the responsibilities for our whole company that have to be done. What has to be done for us to go out and do business and make money? So that's one thing. And the way we started out by doing this was we put the responsibilities just into a basic Word document, and we broke them down by production, marketing, administration, and sales. So that pretty much covers all of our business. So within those four categories, we've got all the responsibilities that have to be done consistently and recurring. So another way that we go about breaking down the responsibilities is each team member has their responsibilities listed on their own sheet. And on these, we go into a little bit more detail than we do the entire company responsibilities. So our office administrator, she's got a responsibility sheet, and then our technicians, they have a responsibility sheet. Our salespeople, which is currently just me, we've got a responsibility sheet that we follow, and this just helps us keep up with everything that we've got going on, and it makes sure that we're consistently doing things the way that we set out to do them. You know, it's real easy to put systems into place and to make all these great plans and goals, but if you don't have a way to consistently do these things, you're never going to see the return from them. So this is what we did, and this has been working awesome for us. So the first step is you want to just open a Word document, get all your responsibilities out of your head, put them on the Word doc, and break them down into categories. So I'll show y'all ours here. This is the one that's for our entire business. All right, so here's our business responsibilities. So we got at the top up here is our CEO work. And CEO work would be something that I'm responsible for or that you're responsible for as the pressure washing business owner. So one thing that I like to do is I like to create systems daily. Try to do 4 to 5 systems a day. And a system is basically just a set, repetitive way of doing something to achieve a desired outcome. So businesses like McDonald's, they're very systematized. They've got a certain way of doing everything. And the reason because of that is to provide their customers with consistency across their locations. And each time you go visit that McDonald's, you know what to expect. And that is because of systems. So number one is create systems daily. We track finances and numbers. We do that once a week. Track the other numbers in the business. And there's several different numbers that we track. I'm going to go a little bit more into detail with that on a separate video. So the next thing is manage employees. And we have a weekly team meeting with our office admin, and we have a weekly team meeting with our crews that are out doing the work. So that's pretty much it for CEO work. So for marketing, we've got to make our marketing plan numbers, and this changes each month based on where we're at for the year, based on our goals. So if we're behind our goal, we're going to need to up our marketing a little bit to get us back on track. So that's why we do that monthly. And if we're ahead, we might be able to pull back on our marketing a little bit and save a little bit of marketing dollars. And so the next thing is schedule social media posts, 2 posts per day, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business. We schedule these posts on the 28th of each month for the following month. So on Sunday afternoons, we make a weekly marketing action plan. And what this is what we're actually going to do. So, for example, it could be put out 100 yard signs, put out 500 flyers. And those are just examples, but that's pretty much what it is. It's just the specifics of exactly what we're going to do to make this vision come to life with our marketing. So the next thing is we want to track our marketing ROI, the number of leads that we receive, the number of jobs that we received. So we update this once a week because anything that gets measured gets managed. So we try to stay on top of measuring our KPIs for the business. So the last thing is perform the marketing action plan, which is pretty given, but we like to be specific when we're listing stuff out. So the next thing is sales. So for sales, we do our in-person estimates on Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And we try to keep it that way. So we'll stack up all of our estimates for those 3 days. And that kind of frees up some of my time. Used to, I would do estimates every day of the week, and it can be kind of hectic, and it can really keep you from doing other things that need to be done that take a significant amount of time. So this is what works for us. Try it, see how it works for you. So the next thing is we want to call and follow up in-person estimates, and we want to do this the day after we go do the in-person estimate. So if we're going on Monday, we want to be calling people on Tuesday that we went to on Monday. And the people that we go to on Friday, we're going to follow up with them on Monday. So the next thing is we're going to track our weekly sales close ratio and average job size. And we also track our yearly sales, where we're at to date. And then the next section is accounting. And accounting is mostly just number tracking and dealing with finances. We update our numbers dashboard on Friday morning. We do our weekly debits and credits, which is basically how much money we spent this week, how much money we brought in this week. We pay the credit card bill and fuel bill every month on the 15th. We want to track our monthly overhead once a month to just make sure that we're on track and where we need to be as far as our budget goes. So we deposit checks, cash, credit cards, and we just do that as we receive them. Most of our checks and stuff like that, we mobile deposit them, so we don't even have to make a trip to the bank. So the next thing is administration, and this is more what I have to do for administration. We have a separate responsibility sheet for our office administrator. So listen to recorded calls, make adjustments if needed. So all of our calls are recorded with our office admin, and I like to try to listen to those at least once a week, preferably 2 times a week, and see if any changes need to be made. So the next thing is weekly meeting with our office admin, and this is just to talk about where we're at as far as our numbers go, how our leads are going, any issues that we might be dealing with, and just keep the ball rolling, you know? So the next thing is handling customer issues if present. And I'm sure that y'all have had y'all's fair share of that. And you know that that's always fun. It's really just an opportunity to get better, in my opinion. That's how I like to view it. You know, life is all about perspective. And if you keep that perspective about things, it makes things go a lot smoother for you. So we want to double check over unpaid invoices. This is huge, especially when you're trying to grow a business. And the reason I say that is because when you're trying to grow a business, unpaid invoices can cause cash flow issues. So you really want to stay on top of that and make sure those invoices are getting paid when they're supposed to. And then we've got the production section. So we do equipment maintenance 2 afternoons per week, Tuesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon. And then I try to go in the field for a half a day, 2 days a week to work with our crew to make sure that they're following the systems, making sure that they're following the check sheets, make sure that they're doing their marketing. And then the next thing we want to do is track our job hours for each week. So we want to be at an hourly rate of around $200 an hour. So our technicians, when they arrive at a job, they push the button in our CRM app, and that notifies the customer that we're there and that we're starting on the job. And then when they get done, they'll hit the button and it'll tell the customer that they completed the work order. And another thing that doing that allows us to see how long each job's taken from start to finish. So this can let us know if we're hitting our hourly rate goal. So sometimes we might be taking a little too long on some jobs, and we might need to speed up a little bit, or we might have underpriced the job a little bit. So it's real important to track those things, because without tracking those things, you don't know. And anything that gets measured gets managed. So another thing that we measure and manage to try to help our business be successful, and I really think that you guys should manage your I highly recommend that you guys track your job hours as well. So the next one is ensure the crew is following the check sheets. And while I'm doing in-person estimates, I always make specific notes for our guys so they can see, okay, this job has got two ceiling fans in the back that we need to cover up. Any pain points that I see that could potentially be an issue, I try to be proactive in that and go ahead and set our guys up for success. So if there's video cameras, I'm putting a note of where each video camera's at. I'm putting a note of where each spigot's at. I'm trying to make it easy as possible for our guys to show up to the job and know exactly what they have to do. And this helps avoid a lot of mistakes. This isn't something that we've always done. We started doing this year, and it has helped tremendously. So I believe that's pretty much it for all the business responsibilities. And like I said, this is broken down into these main categories like you see on the screen. And this is something that I do. And what we do from here is we've got all of our responsibilities listed out. So we take them and put them into Google Calendar. So once you put something in a Google Calendar, you can actually go on there and make it recurring. So every Friday in our Google Calendar, we've got update numbers dashboard, update sales. And we do this for everything in our business. Everything that's got to be recurring, we put it in a Google Calendar and we set it on there with notifications that let us know, hey, today's the day that you need to get this done. And between the Google Doc and putting it into Google Calendar, it'll make your life easier, it'll make your life less stressful, and it'll help your business run smoother. I hope y'all could find some value in this. This has been tremendous for helping us with our business. So, like I said, hope y'all could find some value in this. We'll catch y'all later.